יברך אדוני וישמרך, יא אדוני פניו אליך וחונך, יישא אדוני פניו אליך וישים לך שלום. You all ready? Yeah, we're here to make our mark, to play our part and bring light to dark. Yeah, we don't believe the hype, we're gonna fight for change until we make it right. Yeah, with the Lord of hosts, we're building an altar of living stones. Yeah, Jesus is the rock, we're not gonna stop till we reach the top. Spring is still the anime, I straight as still spit. I ain't better bet if it, I flip the script a bit. It's still my usual communication method. I ain't never necessary precious left in my cylinder. Ministro power is right from in the diaspora. I don't care, Manora from the boss of the Torah. Baruch Adonai, everywhere no man like Olam. I sing the song of David while the manga on my arm. I need some power because somebody saw my arm. Yeshua HaMashiach, say the best I can, best of me, listen my Katani, after that hate. No mama cause of sin, Adam Bakama. Yeah, we're here to make our mark, to play our part and bring light to dark. Yeah, we don't believe the hype, we're gonna fight for change until we make it right. Yeah, with the Lord of hosts, we're building an altar of living stones. Yeah, Jesus is the rock, we're not gonna stop till we reach the top. Oh yeah.
I can't help what I think.
The beginning was the Word, and the Word was with God. The Word became flesh and was among us. And now, word for word, we give praise. Krosswerdz, proclaiming the Lord's grace. I'm individual, you know that I'm original. I'm no sensational, the Lord is inspirational. Star sensational, city, or nation, all. He's the King. We're gonna throw the beat down. We want to get you guys talking. Okay, we're gonna start you off. Brand new. I'll get you guys to do it. Ready? In the beginning was the Word, and the Word is with God. The Word became flesh and dwelt among us. And now word for word we give praise. Krosswerdz, proclaiming the Lord's grace. In the beginning was the Word, and the Word was with God. The Word became flesh and dwelt among us. And now word for word we give praise. Krosswerdz. All right, all together. I'm like Lazarus, raised from the dead. And yes, I've had the tendency to be overfed. But now I'm like Elijah, relaxing in the desert. You gotta have fun and better when you're rested. She got the sex guy, triple as a spectre. Balance the jaw drop, that can be lecture. God is holy, and it's more than a hat. Jesus is the homie, makes you better with a Big Mac. And you know it means better than repping that. Keep your eyes open, now it's running at the kitchen cat. That's a testimony, God equals love. Keep on pouring when you fill up a cup. That's a testimony, that God equals love. Keep on pouring when you fill up a cup. That's a testimony, that God equals love. Baby G's poetry, keep them like the masterpiece. Spiritual monopoly, we talking as a couple beat. Check it out, I'm on the mind of God. Extra large, a hard sleep, get in your car. I'll show you my scars, and how they shine with the glory of God. Keep your eyes focused on the bar. I'm coming up like this, yo, in a dream. And when I get my team together, it's like a high beam. That's a testimony, God equals love. Keep on flowing when you look at my car. That's a testimony, that God equals love. Yo, peace, shalom aleichem, love you all. Hope you have a great mathematic Krosswerdz. Peace.
My name's Luke, and for those who are on Facebook or have seen a show or something, I go by the name of COPTIC. And I wrote this track about the same time as Lupe Fiasco dropped his album, and I did it as a cover for his song Words I Never Said, and it sort of addressed the issues that were happening in Egypt at the time, so some of you guys might pick up the references. The Western world response to Egypt was a bunch of bull. From CNN till Channel 10, they couldn't get the full pic. A church bombed. Mubarak said he didn't do it. Well, he has a Christian on his staff, he can prove it. And a bunch of other cover-ups like religious tension's over now and you can feel the love in us. Well, if you go and buy that, then wait, here comes the uppercut. See, technically, Christians aren't legal when it comes to crunch. I go on, turn on TV, all I say is, what the... See Charlie Sheen and so-and-so blabbering about such and such? And that ain't Women's Day. No, homie, that's the news. And these are the same people supposedly telling us the truth. But here in Australia, we're scared of being racist. But intolerance to intolerance really isn't racist. Groups formed in Western Sydney to attack our way of life. What's our leader doing here? Gillard couldn't say a thing. And that's why I didn't vote for her, or the next one either. I'm a part of the problem. See, my problem is I'm peaceful. And I believe in the people. Now we can say it ain't our fault if we never heard it. But if we know better, then we probably deserve it. See, riches aren't a blessing. Where's that in the worship? Yet you profit from the church and you are not observant. And you are not a Christian. The majority don't take my side because look how far you've pushed them. Walk with me through the streets, see where all the truth went. Say you hate gays a ton, but why are you hating anyone? Pills with a million side effects, well that kid's a pain, so feed him so he settles down, killing off his brain cells. And crooked banks around the world will gladly give a loan today. So if you ever miss a payment, they can take your home away.
For many of us don't realise that the hotbed of Christianity in the first century was Egypt. But in the last few hundred years, all of that's changed. And the last time, the statistics at the moment are something like the population of Egypt is about 80 million, and there's about 8 million Christians. And I went there in October last year, and about 2 days before I went, someone ran into a church in Iraq and just shot the place up, killed 50 people. But the thing that was amazing about the whole thing was that it was Al-Qaeda claimed responsibility, and when they claimed responsibility, they said, we're doing this as a warning to the Christians in Egypt. We're coming for you. And that's like 2 days before I arrived. So I arrive, little happy ever, arriving in Egypt. This guy, comes to meet me at the hotel, and he says, I've got bad news for you. It's going to be really hard for you to go to any churches or anything. I'm like, why? He goes, mate, this threat's happened. And so the next day I went to church, which is right in Tahrir Square, and I don't know if you've seen the demonstrations that have been going on. This church is right behind that square. So I walked through that square every single day because that was where I had all my meetings and stuff. But when I arrived on the first day, there was soldiers everywhere and behind blast shields. Behind blast shields. What? This is a church of like 2,000 people. And for us in Australia, we can't even imagine what that would be like to go to church under those sort of circumstances. But that was just the beginning. It's gotten worse. And it's getting worse and worse and worse. And in January this year, something happened as well. A church was attacked. And I've got a video that I want to quickly show you, and then I'll explain what we want to do about it at the end of that. So January this year, they blew up a church, and not just one, but this is happening all the time. And it's not just that; it's the liberty is being deprived all over the country, all of the time. And for us, we can't even understand what that will be like to not be able to practice our faith. The church in Egypt is under threat, and as the people of God, whether we know anything about the country or whatever, we have a responsibility to do something about it. And Krosswerdz always takes up an offering, and it's normally for the support of what we do. But tonight we want to take up a special offering, and we want to give to Christians in Egypt. It started with Abraham and Sarah, then I went to Yitzhak, Sarah. When it came to Yaakov, the picture became clearer and clearer. Adonai revealed still throughout the generations. God of the nations, in the nation brings a world salvation. God of creation, overcoming floods and Nimrods. Monotheism replacing a pantheon of God. It changed when Adam was called from earth, Chaldeans. Faking degrees just like the sword of Damocles. It wasn't easy, he was, his God is following. He lived by faith in the blessed, enduring suffering. From his son you can see this world's trouble and strife. He went with Hagar instead of having a son with his wife. He created a type, Mariah his son and a knife. But the fruit was the man who gives us all eternal life. Don't be sure I said I'm the hot bottom Israel. Hashem is in the family, he's stories that it tell. The family's important, so we're talking till it comes. Again, Yeshua HaMashiach, love within the sun. Hamishpachah Shalom, the hot bottom Israel. Hashem is in the family, he's stories that it tell. The family's important, so we're talking till it comes. Again, Yeshua HaMashiach, love within the sun. God my provider, God my provider. Father, I worship you.
And there's a story in there about Yeshua, that was the word on Mystery's shirt tonight, who encounters a blind fellow. And there's all kinds of squabble and noise and trouble in town because Yeshua not only sees him, he sees to him. When Mystery was singing about those names of God, and he identified one as Adonai Yireh, the Lord will provide. Adonai Yireh, the Lord will see, he'll provide. Because if God sees, he sees to it. Can you know that about your own life? If he looks down and he sees you, you got his attention. And if he's got your attention, he's got you. And he's going to see to your life. That is a great confidence that I've experienced in the last 40 years. It's true.